work on like some
Dude, we
music
are
or
on.
something.
We're on, bro.
Recent alien what?
We got Jason on the computer tonight.
Recent alien disclosure.
So all the alien stuff that's showing up these days, is it a distraction?
It's pretty vague, man. Like, yeah. I mean, what do you think? I think it's just that's all it is. Just a distraction, or there's
Nope.
truth to it.
I think it's real. I think it's real.
Okay. Well, which one are we talking about? Like, you see the Vegas stuff.
No, what happened in Vegas?
You haven't seen that, man?
No.
Okay. The video shows the cop's dash cam, and then one of the dash cam catches like an object coming out of the sky, and then supposedly this family goes in their backyard and buy like a forklift or some equipment. They see like 2 8 to 10 foot tall like beings.
I thought that was Arizona last time we got on.
I don't know.
It's like, it was Arizona, and the cop went out in the street and asked the people, it's like, did y'all see anything?
Oh,
Same
I think
thing.
so.
Yeah,
I think so.
it's the same thing.
So they're starting to let out some video that's supposedly better, like edited, like just changing. People are good in photo editing.
It's that fucking Sasquatch driving around in his UFO mobile.
Did they?
No, it didn't look like no Sasquatch.
Did they have any kind of video of the beings in the backyard?
What I'm saying is that they're analyzing this video using different analysis and stuff, and some it looks like you can see it. It's nothing that you can see real clear.
Nah, there never is.
But I know. But it's
Fine.
still there's that one, and then
You
what
can take
else?
selfies that are clear. You can take family photos, wedding photos, but anything that has to do with Sasquatch and or an alien is blared out. Or anything that has to do with Hunter Biden. It's always a little blurry.
Thank God. Anyways, like I said, okay.
So there is a lot of stuff coming out about aliens. You got all the jet pilot stuff.
Well, the new whistleblower that came
yes.
out. I mean, that was big. Like
Yeah.
from what he's saying, it's stuff that most people
Groth.
already know.
Is his name Groth?
Something Gorsh or Groth or
Gorsh,
something.
yes. He's like they have plenty of them. Lazar said that they've been hiding this stuff for 80 years.
He said some really basic stuff that like a lot of people that look into it, that's what they believe. Like they already know this. So all they're trying to do now is figure like, is this guy credible? Is he just like?
Are you talking about the whistleblower?
Yeah. Is he a legit whistleblower bringing for truthful information, or is he like controlled, information?
Right.
Like a limited hangout. He's giving you some information for, like you said, distractions or some other purpose.
What are they trying to distract us from?
All kinds of stuff, man.
I'd say tripping on stage. That's a good one. I would say that there's no way they're trying to distract us from the Trump indictments. They want us to know everything about that, and that is your cup.
It is.
And then what else is going on right now that we need to be distracted from? What's going on over in Ukraine?
There's a lot.
When's the last billion that we gave them? $1 trillion.
We've given them a lot, man. Ukraine's losing bad.
God.
So there's a bunch of stuff going on.
There's so much stuff that's going on, and I believe that you listen to talk radio or what have you, and I wouldn't say the majority of them know what's going on, but there's like a buzzword. It's like if they don't speak about child trafficking, don't listen to them because they're being controlled, because nobody wants to talk about child trafficking. Do you want to talk about child trafficking?
Not really.
But that it's something that is, what is there, like 30,000 missing a month? There's like 300,000 or so missing a year.
No.
Children?
There's more than that, man. Way more.
There's got to be. If they're giving us that number, just like that COVID number, there's like 650,000 people dying a day with COVID,
Yeah, just remember.
The easiest way to find anything child trafficking, bandit signs on a corner at red lights. We'll hire you as young as 15 years old, $17 an hour.
That's right. I have seen that. They're on the telephone poles outside of the
That is
grocery.
child trafficking at its finest.
Wow. But I want to say, I do believe in aliens, and I do believe that we've been visiting, or people are visiting us, and I do believe that there's a billion other galaxies out there. We can't be alone. I believe that. That's why they're shoving it down our throats now. I don't even think it's shoving it down our throats. The more of the transgendered, that kind of stuff is always in the news. Always in the news. They're just pumping it. Maybe because Michelle Obama is going to run for the presidency.
All right, so I was telling you earlier how my brother watched the show, and he was giving us like criticisms, and they were good. I liked it.
Yeah.
The other thing that I couldn't remember earlier is he said, "You need a safe word. You need a safe word
Like pineapple.
to where
Keep going.
to where Skip just stops and asks himself and says, "Like, where am I?
Yeah.
What am I doing? What am I talking
Well, it's
about?"
the what I'm in my mind. I'm saying that it's a distraction. It is.
Yeah, but you hit like 6 different other topics in between there.
There's a lot of
You
stuff.
rounded back to it. It
A
was
lot
kind
of
of crazy.
distractions out
A
there.
lot of
I'm distracting you.
distracted, man.
Maybe I should get hired by the government.
Yeah, you'd be good
He
at
knows
that,
how to-
and that
he knows how to
propaganda
distract
went.
people.
So, what do you think about aliens? How long have they been visiting us?
Since before we were here, man.
Do you actually? So, I heard something the other day on a podcast that they actually talked about. You talk about all the time. Human engineered people, and it was the Anunnaki that came down and actually did the engineering.
That's what they say in their text. I saw a guy the other day, and I can't remember if he was a big science guy or, I don't know, looked like a smart guy, but at the end of what he was saying, he's like, yeah, man, they've been telling us this forever. Go back, read the Sumerian text. It's all real clear. You know, it's just
Wow.
right in front of your face, but it's
Wow.
just more than most people can take.
Right.
I mean, it's
You
a, it's
do
a lot.
have to open up your brain a little bit to go, okay, is this possible? And then you see all the tablets from all the different, like the Aztecs, the Incas, the Mexicans, the Asians, and all that stuff, and it has the same dude in the rocket ship.
Very similar imagery.
Yes, the imagery is so, and it's the dragons and the snakes, and it's like it goes way beyond the time of Christ, way beyond.
Oh, it got dark. Yeah, because I'm saying it goes on since before we were even on this planet.
Yeah.
Because I tell you all the time, I think we were created by basically aliens.
Or manipulated.
No, created.
Created? You
Yeah.
don't think that they just kind of gave us some DNA, some extra DNA?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
A little extra.
They gave us some real good stuff. Yeah, they took what was on this earth that had evolved to the point where you had basically hominids of some type, you know, just upright walking, you know,
Okay.
ape-like beings, very low, you know, intelligence levels, and they did little DNA work with them and said, boom, we already got this little species here that we can just give them a little bit more so they can understand what we're telling them to do.
Do you think the will came first or fire? What do you think they gave us
Fire.
first? Fire?
Fire.
To keep us warm? Because we didn't have hair anymore. We had to clothe ourselves.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a whole nother episode, man. Like,
But I'm going to say that, I mean, if they're giving us intelligence, what was the first intelligence that they gave us to separate us? Fire or a spear?
No, they gave you-
How to split cells.
no,
We didn't have microscopes back then. They gave us a
No,
knowledge.
They gave
how your internal knowledge learned how to replicate cells to create something
Oh,
bigger.
I understand what you're saying.
You know?
Yeah,
So you
gave your
come,
body.
for example, people, they come from an egg and a sperm. 2 things. It starts recreating itself. Boom, here comes people. So that's we've talked about this, a universal intelligence, whether you want to call it God, Allah, whatever, that's a universal intelligence that has been given to you to create you. And so, you know, that could be the actual first intelligence that was getting was how you can recreate your own cells to become something.
Huh.
it's beyond what I can understand.
Yeah, I don't understand. I can understand like your
Mine's
pineal
mine's
gland.
a little simple. All I'm saying is they took an animal that wasn't that smart,
Yeah.
gave it a little bit of their far more advanced DNA, and boom, it just made that being more just intelligent in general.
Do apes have pineal glands?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I don't
Ooh, can you look that up?
Yeah.
See if you look that up. Do animals have pineal glands?
Well, animals or apes?
Let's say apes. We're close enough to know. Those guys.
I bet you they do. I mean, what does it do anyways? It just kind of manages like your what system
Is
of
it
your body?
emotional? I don't know if it's
I
emotions.
can't remember the name of the system that it is that it kind of controls. The doctor's not giving me
Yeah, all vertebrates.
Yeah, doctor.
Possess a pineal gland.
Yeah, so they had, so
Pituitary and pineal gland.
where are we even at now? I forget. Pineal glands.
Yeah, that's how
Okay.
we got engineered.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what did they
So yeah,
do?
you were asking something real specific. I can't give you like the tiny minute details. Like I said, in simple form, I'm just saying they took something that wasn't that advanced, spliced it with their more advanced DNA, and produced
How they do
and
that?
produced a hybrid being that was basically, and because they're far more advanced than we are now. We
How did they get that DNA inside of us?
The main
Just
function of the
artificially
pineal gland is to
insemination.
receive information about the
Like
state
just
of
like
the
a blood
life
transfusion,
cycle
do you think?
from the
Artificial
environment, convey
insemination.
this information about
Like
the
just like they
production,
do, I guess the in
secretion of
vitro
hormone
stuff with
melatonin.
women now.
It makes
Like,
your sleep
Oh,
cycle.
what'd you say?
I said it creates your circadian rhythm, basically. You know, to know, tell your brain to create melatonin, create this, or secrete that, as it says.
Oh,
so did we find out?
why is it called the third eye? Let's look that up. Let's get that mouse on that, Holmes.
The main third eye comes with pineal gland, primarily letting in light and darkness. Just it's so it can tell the brain what to do. It's light.
It's like
I
your
need
body
you,
clock.
I need you to produce serotonin. This
Body
it's dark.
clock.
I need you to produce melatonin so the body can rest.
So dogs sleep all day long.
Mm-hmm.
I bet they don't have one.
It says all vertebrates have a pineal gland.
Huh?
They just lazy. They just lazy.
Got that.
I know people that sleep all day long.
Got that Alabama leghound in them running around
So
all night.
every single vertebrate has. Okay. I mean,
I did not know
why
that.
wouldn't they? Yeah.
I bet a porpoise has a huge one. They're so smart.
I don't know if the size of the pineal
They had like
gland.
real arms.
Because
The
an
porpoise-
elephant would be, if that was true, then an elephant would be like so more advanced than you are. Because
Oh,
the
yeah.
pineal gland would be like as big as your head,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, but that's not true.
And they like to go around at night.
I don't. They do.
Yeah, that's when they screw up everybody's crops in India. They hate them in India. You
Yeah.
think, oh, cute, let's ride them at the Renaissance Festival.
Why they do? Just because it's better to
It's
move
not
around
hot
at
as hell
night.
out
It's just
there,
not so
yes.
hot.
It's
Yeah.
not hot as hell. They don't
I mean,
have to
that's
move
what-
and
How hot is it in
exert
Texas
as
right
much
now?
Energy.
Yeah, I bet them elephants couldn't make it through Houston right now.
Hey, do you remember the time we tried to put a window unit on the ground in the garage and try to cool us off with the fans? Is it working?
It's working pretty good. Man.
It's working better than it was. I was in South Texas yesterday, and the temperature was 107. I think it felt like temperature 115, and I literally couldn't move without dripping on the concrete.
Today, I looked up the heat index at about 230.